Los Culturistas hosts Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers and Saturday Night Liv's Nwodim were among the winners of the 5th annual Ambis, the kudos handed out by the Podcast Academy to recognize audio entertainment. Wondery, Audible, iHeartMedia, Odyssey, NPR, the CBC, Pineapple Street Studios, Higher Ground Productions, and Crooked Media led the platforms and production banners that were honored across 28 categories. The awards were presented Monday evening at Chicago's McCormick Convention Center as part of the annual Podcast Movement Conference. Podcast of the Year honors went to Hysterical, the investigative story of a mystery ailment that spread through teenage girls in Leroy, New York, a small town about 30 miles east of Rochester. The 7-part series hails from Wondery, Odyssey's Pineapple Street Studios. Hysterical also won the laurel for Best Reporting for the work of host and producer Dan Taberski. Los Culturistas, iHeart/Big Money Players, starring SNL, Trooper Yang and actor-comedian Rogers, was recognized for Comedy Podcast. Yang's SNL castmate won the category of Interview Podcast for Thanks Dad with Nwodim. Higher Ground, the banner headed by Barack and Michelle Obama, took the trophy for Entertainment Podcast for The Wonder of Stevie, examining the work of Stevie Wonder. Audible, Higher Ground, Pineapple Street Studios. Wondery and Crooked Media claimed the prize for History Podcast for Empire City, the untold origin story of the NYPD, a deeply researched dive into the unvarnished history of the New York Police Department. NPR's How I Built This Podcast with Guy Raz. Wondery, Built It Productions, NPR, got the nod for Business Podcast. NPR also won in the Politics or Opinion category for the NPR Politics Podcast. Actor-comedian and podcaster Tig Notaro hosted the Ambis, which also bestowed honorary kudos on Ira Glass, Governor's Award, and Sam Sanders, Impact Award. Here is the full list of winners of the 5th annual Ambis. Podcast of the Year: Hysterical, Wondery, Odyssey's Pineapple Street Studios. Best Business Podcast: How I Built This Podcast with Guy Raz. Wondery, Built It Productions, and NPR. Best Comedy Podcast: Los Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. iHeart Podcasts, Big Money Players.